Hi, I am Ben Alexander and I have autism. Today, I'm going to share with you something that I found while I was scrolling on Instagram. And I can't remember the content creator, but the creator talked about rumination and how it is vital for autistic people to understand it. And I looked on the internet to try to find more information about rumination because I've never heard of that word before. And quick question, am I the only one that hasn't heard of this word, or have you never heard of it before either, like me? And please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you would have to say about this. And I Googled about this, and I went to PubMed, which is an official government website, which should be a credible source, hopefully. Hopefully it's credible. But what I've been taught in school was the government website's very credible. But again, who knows anymore? But again, I'm not trying to go down a political rabbit hole. Last thing I want to do is open up that can of worms because I don't believe in division. But anyway, I kind of found this on the PubMed website, government website, and here's what it says. Autistic adults are substantially more likely to develop depression than individuals in the general population, and recent research has indicated that certain differences in thinking styles associated with autism may play a role in this association. Rumination, the act of thinking about the same thing over and over without a functional outcome, is a significant risk factor for depression in both autistic and non-autistic adults. However, little is known about how different kinds of rumination relate to each other and to depressive symptoms in the autistic population specifically. To fill this gap in knowledge, we recruited a large online sample of autistic adults who completed questionnaire measures of both the tendency to ruminate and symptoms of depression. By examining the interacting network of rumination and depression symptoms, this study was able to identify particular aspects of rumination, such as thinking repetitively about one's guilty feelings or criticizing oneself, that may be particularly important in maintaining these harmful thought patterns in autistic adults. Although further study is needed, it is possible that the symptoms identified as most influential in the network may be particularly good targets for future interventions for mood and anxiety disorders in the autistic population. I would say what that paragraph describes my whole life. You know, every time I make a mistake, I get into the loop of hating myself. And by the way, this loop is very harmful to my mental health, and I struggle with mental health. And I've already planned this year about making a video about autism and mental health. So this is kind of a little bit of a preview about it. It's definitely not good having this rumination process. It's definitely something where it's like, it's kind of not good to rethink stuff over and over and over again. The only thing I'd say is if it's a good thing. Like, if you can think of a good thing over and over again, but for me, it's way easier. And again, I think it's easier for anybody. I'm sure anybody can say this. It's easier to think negatively than positively. It is so much easier to think negatively and positively. And when the rumination comes and it's negative, and again, I've been struggling this a lot of my life. The rumination process where it's like, I keep thinking of the mistakes that I made when I was 5 years old. I was thinking of the mistakes I made as a teenager, high schooler, college student. All the mistakes, it just adds up and I can't get it out of my head. And like I said, I think this person was correct in everything. And I'm glad this person posted that on Instagram because, I had no idea this existed. And this is why also I wanted to do a YouTube channel. As an autistic influencer, I don't know everything. I really do not know everything. And that's the cool thing where it's like learning how to building your own channel. You get to learn more about yourself and autism. Like, this has been so beneficial to me. But again, I think I think this rumination thing, you would think it's a good thing because it's like you're thinking about the mistake over and over again and you're like, well, you'll never make that mistake again. But the problem is it turns into perfectionism so easily. I've struggled with being a perfectionist my whole entire life. Literally, my whole entire life. I've struggled with perfectionism. And it is so bad. Because it's like every time you make a mistake, the world ends. Your world crashes. And it's never going to be realistic. We cannot be perfect. It's an unrealistic goal. It's not realistic at all. And I think we should focus on forgiving ourselves and forgiving others and trying to learn from our mistakes and failures and think of it as kind of like a learning moment, you know? And maybe our mistakes can be used as a wake-up call to do better, and that's definitely what it is. But I think the problem where I get to mistake, you know, it's a wake-up call. And it's like, then you feel the pressure, oh, I can't make a mistake. Oh, if I make this mistake again, I'm done. It's like, you know, you try so hard not to make the mistake that it gets in your mental psyche that you actually make the mistake again. That's where I've gone wrong, and that's kind of why I struggle repeating the same mistakes over and over again. And I'm sure I'm definitely not the only one. We need to just say, you know what, just fix it. You know, just do what you need to do. And if you're really struggling for something, you know, you got to talk with people, be like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this problem. You know, I've tried so many things and tried so many different alloys. I've tried everything. You know, and again, I think most people are going to respect that. Be like, you know, I respect the fact that you're trying, because some people would just give up, but you're sitting there and trying, you know, and I think that's why a lot of people want to be friends with me. You know, I've had a lot of friends in my life. You know, they want to be around me because they're like, you know, at least, and that's how you keep friends. It's like, you know, you try to improve yourself, and yeah, I would just say that. You know, I think that was a reason why this video on Instagram got my attention. And again, this is one of the great things about social media. And again, I understand that there's negatives on social media, but I'm going to focus on the positives here. I got to learn more about autism because of the internet. You can learn so much about autism, and if you start to learn more things about yourself, you know, that you would have never really got if you didn't have these things. And I think that's such a cool thing about being an autistic influencer. Like I said earlier, it's like I actually get to learn alongside you guys in a way, you know, as I am explaining my experience with some of this stuff. Also, I'm still learning as well. I'm not perfect. Like I said, with the perfectionism, you know, nobody's ever going to know everything 100%, even if you're really passionate about it. And that's the cool thing about being an influencer, is you get to continue to learn and grow. And yeah, it's just so cool. I really enjoy that. And I do really try to be the best I can be. I do hold myself to a very, very high standard, but it's unrealistic because my high standard means perfectionism. I kind of have to lower the bar a little bit, which most people say raise the bar instead of lower the bar. But for me, I gotta actually lower the bar, and it feels like, and I'm sure I'm definitely not the only one that has to lower the bar and actually make realistic expectation, because perfectionism is never going to happen, no matter how many times you try. I mean, you could try to be perfect. You could try to do the right thing, and yes, those are doing the right thing. Trying to do the right thing is good, and trying to do your job the best you can is good. That's what you need to do. But you can never be perfect. You're going to have to, you will make mistakes, and you just got to forgive yourself over it and try to learn from your mistakes the best you can. And I think the rumination part is thinking about the same things over and over again. And that is a huge problem. And this produces a lot of anxiety and depression. And just having that, even if you're doing the right things, rumination could just absolutely, you know, like I said, I've tried going to the gym, rumination, you know, it just struggle. You know, you think about you're doing the right things, but still you're not happy, you're depressed and all that stuff. That's not good. That is definitely not a good thing. Okay, so if you're autistic, does this help explain some of your problems? Is there something I missed? Please let me know in the comment section. I did want to let you know about something I've decided to do for my channel, my YouTube channel, right here, Ben Has Autism. So I made a video about the goals for the year and what I was trying to do for the year and what I have planned for you guys. I am doing a mystery series, and in that video I made a goal and a promise. If I got 1,000 YouTube subscribers by April 1st, and I know it's a very high goal, but again, I want to strive for excellence, and I want to see if this has traction so my videos can get to more and more people that have autism, because that's the point, is I want to be able to get people on the spectrum viewing my content and feeling like they have somebody they feel like they connect with. That's why I'm here. You know, yes, I would like money. I'd like income streams. That even makes it better, but the purpose of this, and again, I've made a video about enjoying your jobs and all that stuff. You need to enjoy what you're doing and feel like you have a purpose. And with autism content creation and being an autistic influencer, I feel like I have purpose because I feel like I can share my story. I can feel like I can help people and, you know, give tips on how to navigate the problems of being autistic, and also celebrate the success of autistic people and celebrate the good and then share the goodness of what autism people should be. And really, at the end of the day, I think, you know, I don't know what else to say in that regards. You know, I want people to enjoy what they are doing for the rest of their lives, and, you know, I want people to find a purpose in what they do, and I hope you can kind of understand that. So that's kind of the reason why I started this channel and I started this challenge. I just wanted to make sure that I was giving you guys something and giving you a reason to kind of continue to watch. And again, if I don't give you a reason to keep watching, nobody's going to watch. And, you know, I try my best to bring value each and every video. And I hope I'm doing that for you guys. And if I'm not, please let me know how I can get better, because I want to be able to provide value each and every video. And, you know, please share my videos with your families and friends. Hit the YouTube notifications button so you don't miss any of my future videos. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button real fast. And again, I appreciate your support. Thank you for watching my video to the end. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.